Thank you for tuning in and welcome to another Gaslands video. Today we're going to have a look at the top light panels on Mother Nurgles squad cars. As you probably heard in the last video, she is not really happy with the fact that one of them is see-through and the other one is just pure dark blue plastic. So we're gonna give them both a paint job. First thing we're gonna do is take some surface primer. Give it a good shake. Get a tiny bit out on the palette. Get a cheap brush. Little bit of water. And then carefully prime just the panel. And on this one, I'm gonna keep the middle part because that looks nice. So just the lights. So now that the primer has dried, we're gonna start out by painting the middle part of this one because we don't want to leave that pure black. So to make it fit with the other accessories on the car, I'm gonna grab a bit of gunmetal, give that a good shake, thin it down with just a tiny bit of water because we want to get a good coverage on this. Whoa, sorry. And once that's dry, I'll give it a second coat. Next up, to make it fit with the other metallic add-ons, I'm gonna grab a bit of Nuln oil, use it straight out of the pot. As always, fasten the pot to the table with a bit of poster putty. And more dry time. As a final touch, on the middle of this light bar, I'm gonna take a little bit of chainmail silver, and this is just for an edge highlight. Like so. Now for the fun part. I'm gonna start by giving the lights themselves a base coat of Syngar Blue Base from P3. Once again, good shake. And I'm using this straight out of the pot. I'm not even bothering thinning it down. There we go, nice solid base coat. Next up, some Syngar Blue highlight, also from P3. And this time, I'm using a much finer brush. I also want to thin this down just a bit with a pinch of water. Get a little bit on my brush and do a rather heavy highlight. With the first highlight dry, I'll take some ink, Blue Tone from Army Painter. Give it a healthy shake again. Get a little bit out on the palette. And back to the beat up cheap brush. And simply wash the lights. With the wash dry, we're going back to Syngar Blue highlight, this time for a much finer approach. Getting just a little bit out on the palette, watering it down ever so slightly, making sure the brush is not overloaded. And then just edge highlight. And finally, I'm gonna take some Arcane Blue, also from P3, And this is to do an extreme highlight. I'm on the palette, touch of water, making sure there's a fine tip on the brush. And there we have it, nice and easy. So let us know below if you found this tutorial useful. If you would have done something differently, we'd also like to hear about that, of course. And till next time, take care and bye bye.